Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakha Kodesh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And I wanted to get into this lesson. Okay, Lord willing to be edifying and exhorting onto the elect. And I wanted to go into a few of these precepts here. I was watching a clip, I believe it was done by the brother Manatzak Ben Yamyan. That's the channel, and he goes into a lot of these edits. Get the audio, get the clips. Exhorting videos, right? These clips. He does sit downs as well, and in this particular one that I saw, I believe it was the elder apostle Ramlab, who was it was a clip from a video that he had done. And he was mentioning how we ought to remember, the reward as to why, we're fighting for this. We're in this ministry. Why we're enduring on this path. Of course, there are many reasons. All right, salvation. But salvation is a term, and there's a lot that comes with it. Okay. And he was going into like the earth, and even how when you look at this planet in its defiled state, it still has places, and things that are breathtaking to look at. Okay. And this is the planet in its worst condition. All right. And still there are places you can go to and you just be in awe with how beautiful it looks. So imagine when the kingdom is established, and when the earth itself, not just a certain part of it, but when the whole planet becomes a paradise again. When we don't have deforestation, as they call it, and all this artificial technological, not like this push away from nature, and we actually get to experience what paradise looks like. All right, with our senses heightened, and the ability. See, not only are we going to get a beautiful kingdom, but we're going to be made perfect. We're going to have the ability to be able to perfectly enjoy that beautiful kingdom. All right, and all the capabilities that come with it. Okay. All right. So basically, he was going into that, and I was watching the video, and it's very inspiring. So I wanted to get into a few precepts here, going into our deliverance from this place and the kingdom to come, right? Because there are precepts in here that give a bit of insight as to, certain things, certain features, and certain sayings that are going to apply or that are not going to apply anymore when we get to that kingdom. Okay, because it is written, just as it is written of Jacob's trouble, and is written of the calamities to come and the downfall of Esau. Well, what comes after that? Right? What happens to the elect? So this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 10. It says, "Therefore, fear thou not, O my servant Jacob." Now, this is the same chapter which, when you read up a couple of verses, in particular at the 7th verse, it talks about the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay. So it says here, and it shows you the balance. You have destruction, but you also have salvation. So it says here, verse 10, "Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord Yahweh, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity." Yeah, and ultimately, when you read in Revelation, the 7th chapter, it goes into how we've been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay, so the Lord is going to deliver us, all right, and deliver us from the land of our captivity. All right, wherever we are captive, and the main land, you could say, is here in Babylon, though you have Israelites scattered all over. But the Lord said what? He's going to deliver us. He's going to save us from this captivity by destroying our captors' kingdom and their ability to rule, and subjecting them under us. It says, and Jacob shall return. Jacob is synonymous with Israel. So when it says Jacob here, is referring to the nation of Israel. It says, and shall be in rest and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. So what's going to be that rest? And you know, what time is that going to be? That's going to be when the kingdom is instituted. See, as the apostle Paul said, for here we have no continuing city, but what? We seek one to come. Okay? It tells you in the book of, I believe it's Micah, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. So this is not our rest. This is not our place of settling down and trying to have that mindset of, you know, making it here. All right. And giving it our all in terms of things of this world, because these things are temporary, as the scriptures say. They're going to pass away. All right. But the kingdom is coming when we're actually going to get to rest and enjoy, you know, nature, enjoy life. All right. Get to actually experience and use the things that are created the way they are supposed to be used. Because believe it or not, there are a lot of things here that we know about, and you know, we're likely not even using it to its full potential or how it's supposed to be properly used. You know, there are those things that they work, but you come to find out that, oh wow, that's not even how it's, you know, how it's really supposed to be used. Okay, and the Lord is going to open up our minds and our understanding to have the full capability of that. Okay, verse 11. See, certain things now, even if we were exposed to it, we wouldn't be able to comprehend it, especially not now. Verse 11, it says, for I am with thee, saith the Lord Yahweh, to what? To save thee, though I make a full end of all nations, whither I have scattered thee. Yet will I not make a full end of thee, but I will correct thee in measure. So even though the Lord punished us, we lost our nationality, you know, we lost, you know, we went into captivity. All right, we were brought low to the point of being a no people. Now our people call themselves black and all of these things. And yet the Lord still corrected us in measure because he still had mercy on us. And we still have that remnant. As the scriptures say, except the Lord should have left a remnant, we should have been likened unto Sodom and unto Gomorrah. Okay. It says, and will not leave thee altogether unpunished. Verse 12, for thus saith Yahweh. Oh, actually, I'm going to jump down. Point that I want to hit here is in verse 16. Okay. So it says, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured. So understanding that, and this is one of the main reasons why a lot of people try to come against us, because of these kinds of aspects of the scriptures, right? Which is really justice. All right. And they try to push it on as hate or prejudice or, you know, this supremacist mindset, but it's really just justice according to the scriptures. Because when you come against us, when we bring out these kinds of precepts and we bring out like Revelation 13 and 9, right, going into 10 as well. All right, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. When people try to say that's not what it means, you're trying to justify the wicked, because you're in essence saying that, okay, the justice that we're supposed to get for the atrocities that were committed to us, that's not okay. We shouldn't be allowed to get that. So you're basically saying that it's okay for whatever atrocities were committed to us to have happened without any proper recompense, and that's not how Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai works. Okay. So it says here, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured. And all these nations have had a turn in having us under their, you know, oppression. It says, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. So now how can the kingdom then be for everybody if you're going to have our adversaries go into captivity? It says, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. Yeah. So it's going to be their time to serve us. Okay. And instead of us being the servants and us being the victims, we're now going to be in the power seat. Verse 17, for I will restore health unto thee, all right, as a nation. When you read in Isaiah, I believe it's the first chapter, it talks about how Israel basically has this incurable wound, right? This bruise that has not been mollified, all right, or covered with ointment, putrefying sores. Well, the Lord said he's going to heal us and he's going to restore health unto us, right? And I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith the Lord, because they called thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. Okay, because of the condition that we were in. Even when you look at our people today, you can see the open wounds in our nation. All right, with the destitute, mindset and behavior that Israelites exhibit today, it shows open wounds. All right, but it's not going to be like that when the Lord delivers us. Verse 18, it says, thus saith the Lord power, behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tents. And when he says bring again the captivity, it doesn't mean he's going to take us back into captivity. It means he's going to deliver us from that. All right. It says, and have mercy on his dwelling places, and the city shall be builded upon her own heap, and the palace shall remain after the manner thereof. Yeah, because ultimately, where's our capital gonna be? Jerusalem is gonna be back over there in the land of Israel. All right, but by the time we go there, that place is gonna be cleaned out. All right, from the destruction, it's gonna be cleaned out. So it's gonna need to be rebuilt. Verse 19, it says, out of them shall proceed thanksgiving, and the voice of them that make merry. And right now we don't have that. Okay, right now what you see is violence, disrespect, vanity, profanity. Okay, this complete madness that's proceeding out from Israelites as a whole. But in the kingdom, it's going to be thanksgiving, right? And the voice of them that make merry, because why? We're going to have everything. The scriptures say that the earth was made for our sakes. Okay, and we're gonna possess an inheritance therein. The Lord is gonna open up these other planets. We're gonna have chariots to be able to go out and explore. If you want to go under the water to the ocean to explore the different depths and creatures over there, all right, or go out different galaxies, we're gonna be able to do that, and we're not gonna feel lost because we're gonna have an understanding of what's going on, and what is this? How does this operate? We're going to have time, resources, riches, and the capability to do and build and expound upon anything that we want. And it's all going to be in righteousness. So we're not going to have to worry about consequences. We're not going to have to or constantly be in a fight with our mind, trying to fight off temptations, whether it be wicked thoughts or whatever it is. Okay, we're not going to have to witness the daily vexation anymore of turning on the news and seeing, either some vile acts or agendas being pushed. We're no longer going to be victims having to hear how our oppressors are planning to further oppress us more. All right, we're going to have the power and the control. Okay, no more, no more pain, as the scriptures say in Revelation, the 21st chapter. No more sorrow, no more pain, no more death. All right, for the Israelites. And it says here, I will multiply them, and they shall not be few. So we're gonna have children in abundance. All right, we're gonna be the largest nation without worrying about overpopulation and rations. And no, the Lord deals with abundance. All right, so he's going to give us in abundance, and we're going to be perfect. Okay. It says, I will multiply them, and they shall not be few. I will also glorify them, and they shall not be small. Yeah, we're going to be large. And that's why at some point we're going to need to start expanding out, into these different planets and galaxies. All right. That's the solution. It's not, instead of trying to depopulate the world, we're just going to expand, because there's many planets out there for a reason. But you see, Esau is not capable of really going out to those planets, like we're going to be able to. And that's why his solution is, well, start to depopulate the ones on here so we can deal with this, at least until we destroy this planet. Verse 20, it says, their children also shall be as aforetime, and their congregation shall be established before me, and I will punish all that oppress them. Yeah, because in the aforetime, right, when we agreed to be the people of the Lord, all right, he talked about the different blessings that we will get. Okay, how we would be protected, how no diseases would touch us, none of our women would miscarry, nobody would be barren. Okay, we would be fruitful, the land would yield the best crops to us. All right, we'll get the best of the best. And that's what we're going to go back to, and really we're going to surpass that, because we're going to be gods. All right, we're not going to be just immortal, we're going to be gods. It says here, and their congregation shall be established before me, and I will punish all that oppress them. So neither are we going to be afraid, or we're gonna have to worry about any of these things. We're gonna actually be able to rule in righteousness and push forth the righteous laws of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai in all of existence, not just on the planet Earth, but in all of existence. So what's really getting ready to happen is something, just extremely major, as the scriptures say that eyes have not seen, neither ear heard, neither has it entered into the minds of men what the Lord has in store, for us. So all when we describe it to the best of our ability, that's still from the imagination of a man. Imagine when we actually get there. It's going to be so much that the things that we're aware of are going to be minute in comparison to what is going to be revealed unto us. And what I mean by that is, we know that we're going to get new bodies. The Lord is going to deliver us. He's going to bless us. We're going to have spiritual power. We're going to have, these are things we know, but the details that we don't know are going to, at some point, it's just going to be so much. All right. That we're going to be overfilled with joy. And we're going to know, yeah, this is definitely more than worth it. Barakatha Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Verse 21, it says, and their nobles shall be of themselves, and their governor shall proceed from the midst of them. Yeah, no longer are we going to be under the rule of a heathen, voting for some filthy heathen to be above you, who's a puppet by these elites, and they're set up to oppress you anyway. And I will cause him to draw near, and he shall approach unto me, for who is this that engaged his heart to approach unto me, saith the Lord? And ye shall be my people, and I will be your power. See, the Lord is gonna renew that contract with us, on the second covenant, and it's gonna be permanent. There's gonna be no need for a third, because it's not going. The second that is gonna be renewed in us, it's never gonna be broken. All right, verse 23. Behold, the whirlwind of the Lord goeth forth with fury, a continuing whirlwind. It shall fall with pain upon the head of the wicked, which is getting ready to happen. Verse 24, the fierce anger of Yahweh shall not return until he have done it. And that's why, once again, the things that are about to happen are going to happen, because it is the fierce anger of the Lord, and it has to be fulfilled. It says, and until he have performed the intents of his heart, in the latter days ye shall consider it. Why? Because in the latter days is when these things are really going to be taking full effect. See, and people are starting to consider it as they're starting to see how things are going in the world. Okay, so the next one, which is Psalms 149, and I'll end it after this chapter. Lord willing, I'll continue this, Lord willing, tomorrow. All right, so it says here, Psalm 149:1, praise ye the Lord Yahweh, sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise in the congregation of the saints, and the saints are Israelites. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him. Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king. See, right now they reject the one that made us. They reject our king. But in the kingdom, it won't be so. We'll be perfect and completely in order. Let them praise his name in the dance. Let them sing praises unto him with the timbrel and harp. And when Jay gets down, they get down. So how much more for being in these new bodies with these, strengthened vocal cords, the ability to hit different notes and blend in different melodies and harmonies and different pitches, and just, release this combination, all right, of just beautiful sounds. Verse 4 says, "For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation." Yeah, the Lord doesn't hate us. The Lord loves us, and he wants that opportunity to be able to bestow that love and reward for us. All right, but that's going to come in the kingdom when he's not going to have that anger towards us anymore. And instead, it's going to be just joy and reward and beauty, because instead of him fighting against us, he's going to be with us. Okay, verse 5, "Let the saints be joyful in the kingdom. Let them sing aloud upon their beds," which we will do. Now you groan. Whether it's your alarm going off or whatever it is. But in the kingdom, it won't be so. It'll be a complete 180. Women are going to be in order. Hard to believe, but it's true. All right. Verse 6, "Let the high praises of the Most High be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand." To do what? To execute. Wait, so we're going to have swords in the kingdom? They don't tell you that part. To execute vengeance upon who? The heathen. So hold on. Who's the heathen? The heathen is a non-Israelite. So when you say, well, heathens can make it, well, even if they do make it, the scripture's saying here, Psalm 149:6, that we're going to have a two-edged sword in our hand to execute vengeance upon them. It didn't say the bad heathen or the good. It just said the heathen. So isn't that interesting? It says, "And punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron." So what's this talking about? To execute upon them the judgment written. So you try to get at us. The judgment is written. "This honor have all his saints who are Israelites." Okay, Psalms 50:5. "Praise ye Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai." All right, we will praise the Lord, because this is a beautiful thing. So, as we see the things happening now, just keep in mind why you're fighting. What does salvation entail? What is the reward coming with? Okay, and keep on fighting. And meditate upon these things, because it'll keep you in the right mindset. It'll keep you in the right spirit in order to make it in these times to come, because times are going to get harder and harder and harder. All right, but we have to believe that the Lord is going to deliver his elect, preserve his elect, and bless his elect. Okay, and then ultimately the rest of the nation. Okay, so anyway, with that, I'm going to end it here. Lord willing, that was edifying and exhorting unto the elect. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. Until next time, Shalom.